So now it beeps. Anyway, hello. I'm Zeus Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish, and I didn't think I'd get to use that wallpaper as quickly as I made it today, and I'm like, oh, good, I'll use it for when there's something transparent. These. Dunu Studio 6 Studio SAEST Studio SA6 EST, I don't know, 6BA 2 EST IEM. Scratched up. Dusty. So these, before we start, are $640. And $640 Dunus have, they either fall into the, oh my god, that's so much fun, SA6 fucking category, which I have to yell about. So, you may not remember this, but I made an IEM collaboration with Dunu. It was the SA6 Ultras. And it was, they gave me the SA6. I told them what to change. They changed it. And it sold out all 300 pairs in 3 days, which was a great little payday for a collab. And then they stopped making them. And I'm like, well, make more. People want more. They're like, no, exclusivity, blah, blah, blah. And then they dropped the Mark IIs a few months later, which had essentially my tuning and were slightly larger. And I was like, you know what? All right. Shit happens. Business is business. And then just minutes before I started this review, they now have the SA6 Mark II red and blue version, where there's red and blue. I hope it's backwards. Just fucking piss. Anyway, we're here with these. So you're either gonna get with Dunu, especially at this price range, you're either gonna get sweet, soft, warm, elegant, like audiophile, or they're going to throw that word studio in there and it's going to fucking mean it. These mean it. I've had them on like every amplifier on this desk. I just changed it out again. I went from the raw. I've got the Gremlin here from Apos. I got the FIO R2R, JDS Labs. I don't think I've touched you here. Probably should play something. For a studio IEM, one of the things I like to note, that if you're using something designed for a studio, something to let you know, the whole thing is, with the studio gear, it's not here to give you pleasure. It's here to let you fucking know what you're listening to. Marilyn Manson, The Beautiful People, Last Tour on Earth. Okay, the mids are a little recessed, and that. These are analytical IEMs. I actually was offered another Dunu collab about a year and a half ago. It was the Studio 4s. And if you go back and find my review of those, I nearly fell asleep. They were so boring. They were so boring that when they offered them to me, I went, nah, man. Nah, I ain't even going to try. All right? It was not a thing. It would be like trying to mod the Shure 1540s. Although I'm pretty sure I can get those to sound better by completely changing everything about them, except for the build. But yeah, so the SA4s were like, great, someone buy this in the yard sale. These, however, being more expensive and having 2 ESTs on top of 6 so even though they're called the 6, there's 6 BAs, but there's 2 ESTs, so really it should be the 8. When the music is right and the source is right, which is the weird part, these are fantastic. Like, I would like, damn, I'd collab the shit out of these. We got to go through the bags, by the way. There's many noon bags. Because usually a studio IEM or a studio headphone in general, like the Sonys up there, the CD900STs, you don't want them to sound different in every source because, you have a million different mixing studios, and the whole point of a studio headphone or an IEM is so that there's consistency. So when Dr. Dre is mixing on a Rupert Neve console, and Jim from 7-Eleven is mixing on his fucking Behringer console, they sound the same on the same IEM. But that is not the case here. These actually do... I don't want to steal that. I don't put that back. Put you back. These actually do take up the shape of your source quite nicely, actually. Oh, I did not pause. Do I not have a signal? Hold on. I may have done a fucky wucky. What are you plugged into? Where are you going? Are you going to nothing? Oh, 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 we need to turn the big boy on. That's right, I did that yesterday. I was futzing around, let's put it that way. So while we wait for that to warm up, so you get Dunu SS tips, my favorite. Music is coming on now. The tubes are warming. You get only 2 foam tips. Like 2 medium foam tips. Like, are foam tips so expensive that they can never give you like a selection? It's every IM. We've got a selection of see-through silicones. You got these, I think they call these the candy tips because they're different colors. My preamping. Yeah, so we max out the Solaris, which is I think it was $5,000, but the DAC module was an extra $1,000, and I'm not using it, so yeah. Like, we're now, just to point out, by the way, the last bag, oh, we get to steal this. I always steal these. Sorry, everyone. If I do sell these in the yard sale, you got the earwax brush, and Dunu makes the nicest 1/4-inch adapters. I'll add it to my collection. Nice. What was I saying? Okay. The music is blowing my mind. Anyway, so what we have now is I'm sourcing this from probably the own DAC into a $4,000 essentially speaker tube amp, preamp German. This guy passed away. That was real sad. That guy passed away with a QAS reference. That's really sad. Turn that on low gain. And then I'm sending the tube pre into the auxiliary balance inputs of the tube hybrid TA20 Plus. So that's a fucked up signal path. And you know what? These are benefiting from it. Now they sound like the other end of the Dunu spectrum. It's wild, because when an IM is designed to give you detail and like be a sober, completely straightforward businessman, accountant, and you get them a little drunk, or in this case, very fucking drunk, they can be the most fun, wild, crazy people you'll ever meet. So let's go back off of this, and we'll go back to the very clean raw. Completely different. The whole soundstage collapses, and we're left with this it's like reading a book of the music. Yeah, this is Beethoven? I am critically assessing Beethoven right now. I could tell you the mixes and the width. The soundstage, here's how you know you're listening to a studio headphone. Here's some things to listen out for. Number 1, the soundstage will not be broad. It'll be relatively narrow. Because once you make things soundstagey and big, that means things are far away. And we don't want that. We want here. We want studio monitors. We want close. So it's a little bit closer. The bass violence necessary for change does not exist in this. If I go to my bass playlist for a second and put on Mind to the Free by Juno Reactor, I can hear that there is bass. It is making a bass-like sound, but it is not like making me shit my pants. It's not exaggerating it in the slightest. I even have a treble playlist for when I see if something is sibilant, and it's broken. Oh, that's right. Half the things in this are broken. Hold on, we're going to put this in default, and we're going to... Oh, yeah. So the treble's there, but it's not... Like, I know this is a terribly recorded song. I don't know, it's some anime shit. Ali Project. It's too much treble. But these IEMs are what's telling me that. In other words, these are the IEMs for people who want to know if their music is good or bad. You would put aside a month where you'd buy an IEM like this, which, by the way, they're very fucking pretty. They're very blue. They're very blue, sad blue, with a nice wire. I do like the mini Hulk wire is what they call it, but it's just nice. It's a little red. You put aside a month of your life. You have all the music you ever want to listen to in your whole life. You play straight through. You assess with these IEMs, and you go, nope, this is shit. This is shit. This is good. This is shit. This is shit. Good, 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 shit, good, shit, shit, good. And then when you're done with all that, you put these in a drawer and peg out something that's fun to listen to. Or you don't do that at all and you just listen with a fun to listen to set. That's these. These are very fucking serious. But unlike the 4s, which I was literally like falling asleep, when you have a quality piece of music and you do maybe some fun stuff with the source. Right now I do the Gremlin, but I want to put the Fosse DAC that I'm using. The ZD3 is currently feeding this. I want to put that on the preamp mode because this has a tendency, because I just hooked it up for the first time today, to go like, oh, it's fine. It's a perfectly normal gun. Volume Kaioken 10x multiplier, like it immediately jumps up to murder zones, and I do not want that with an IEM. It's also real hard to plug into that, so I'll probably put an extension on this. I'm going to give these a recommendation. They're going to get an 8 out of 10. I don't think I can give them any higher than 8 out of 10. They're expensive, but they're for pro use. They're not for like, hey, I just got into the hobby, everybody. Actually, you know what? If you just got into the hobby and you've never owned a set of IEMs, these will blow your fucking mind. And you'll learn things. These will teach you lessons. Meze headphones, like the big Imperium Elites, teach you nothing about the music qualities because everything sounds fucking wonderful on them. There are IEMs that you can get that just everything sounds wonderful. And that, if you're watching this channel and you don't know this fact, I'm sorry, that's a fucking lie. Most of the music you listen to is shit. It's recorded poorly, it's produced poorly, it's in a bad format, or someone was sleeping or had fucking bad tendencies when they were doing things, they mixed it bad, and a great headphone will lie to you. And a serious headphone will not. This is one of those serious headphones. You had better have a complete metaphysical certitude that your playlist is immaculate and that you are going to be listening to only the finest quality of things. So it's a little bit like snobbish, but in the same time, this is required. Because somebody has to assess that shit. Those people who are doing things badly, if you mixed an album on a set of Meze headphones, $4,000 headphones, you would be mixing sliders and like, oh man, it sounds so good. It always sounds good. And when you hit print and 10 million people listen to it, only about 3 million would have whatever setup is required to hide the same flaws that you missed. This tells you all the flaws. All the flaws in your source. All the flaws in your amp. Oh, just fell over there. All the flaws in everything. And then you can go, okay, no, fix this, and get it all smoothed out. And this way, when you dump it on those 10 million, 100 million people, a much wider swath can enjoy it without there being problems and just weird tonality shifts and all the treble's too high and that bass sounds wonky. These let you know. Now, anyone who does anything will tell you, you check on speakers, you check on headphones, you check on IEMs, and then you stop checking on the good studio shit and listen on everything else. Pull out an AM fucking radio and check your mix on that. But you got to start here. This is for I'm a serious audio listener because I'm being paid to listen. If you're not being paid to listen, you might want to find a more fun IEM. But these still get an 8 out of 10 for being probably the best sounding severe stick up your ass listening IEMs. These are some stick up your ass listening IEMs, but I respect it because they need to exist. Because if these don't exist, and all that exists is fucking happy, sunshine and rainbow IEMs that fix everything, you'll never know how crap your music actually is. So yes, Dunu has, and they're charging the probably appropriate price for the technology in it. In fact, I could show you a picture. Just like her, you could see right through her to her green underwear. Burr? Did I skip it? Am I going too far? There's page jumps. Oh, there it is. So that's what it looks like. We've got the balanced armature arrays, and you got the electrostatic arrays with the electrostatic generator. Please tell me that doesn't unscrew and there's no extra tips, right? No, okay, that's permanent. Anyway, yeah, 2 custom cine unload. Yeah, lots of stuff. You don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about this. None of it. All you have to know is price and IEM. What's the color? And I tell you in words what you're going to get out of it. And you're going to get some of the most precise audio listening you've ever had. But you got to know what that comes with. All right, this is like if you bought a fucking race car, like an actual Le Mans car. Like, honey, I didn't go out and buy the new, Corvette or the Challenger GT. I bought this Le Mans car instead. It was the same price used. And you get in it, and it's got racing brakes, and it's got no air conditioning, and you have to be ready for the consequences of that action. By the way, you're awesome. But yes, you're going to get this. You're going to listen to your music, and literally half of it, you're going to be able to pull out every flaw in it. And that might get some of your nipples rock hard. And if it does, thank you for clicking the link in the description to buy them. Patreon subscribe to support this channel. Thank you to, I believe Hi-Fi Go sent these out. I will link to them. If I did a collaboration on these, the bass would have to just, because then I have to increase the bass. I'd want some more soundstage, but then I'm fucking with like the whole point of it. So I wouldn't do a collab on this. It'll be another one. I actually am pursuing a collab now with another brand, and I mentioned it in the video, and we'll see if they respond back, because that's the total polar opposite of this. And it's more of like, yeah, you know what? Fucking relax, man. Just fucking relax. Anyway, I'm done. You're done. We're done. She's done. Anything else I got to talk about? The box came in this fucking wild case, which Dunu comes with. Replaceable 3.5 and 4.4 ends. Although this one, I will say that this one might need a spacer, because on 2 of these amplifiers, I had to pull it out slightly. And I actually did find my little spacers. There's little plastic rings you can put over it that'll allow it to fit perfectly on things. So yeah, no, Dunu, thank you. And, all right, 8. I can't go higher than 8. If they sounded as revealing as this and they were like $300, it might be a 9. But they are priced accordingly for people who are using this professionally. This is a write-off for anyone who's got a home studio and is actually doing anything called producing music. So yeah, I'm done, you're done, we're done, she done. Thank you for supporting the channel. And don't forget, there's hopefully, if I've caught up, because I'm so far behind, there are other IEM videos available to watch for free on my Patreon and Subscribe Star. Only the main channel videos get pushed behind the paywall. So if you want to check out some more, check them out. Look for a post there that's free. And I'll see you all in the next one, right? Right.